Alright, time for some DC reviews. Okay, Booster Gold number 32. Well, all I can say is that Booster is in the 31st century this time, and apparently he's on Daxam right when Darkseid controls a bunch of Daxams to reshape the planet in his image. See Legion of Superheroes Great Darkness Saga for more details. However, all we get is just Booster's, starting to feel sorry for himself. Well, actually, he does face the Emerald Empress first, which I thought was enjoyable. But then he starts to feel sorry for himself. And then after witnessing that he was only able to save one person, a little girl, he decides to go back and just basically has another fight with Rip Hunter. And apparently Rip Hunter has poor penmanship because Booster got the dates mixed. That's how Booster got the dates mixed up. So now Booster's frustrated, and apparently the artifact he had to save was the helmet of Dr. Fate, which is huge. And Booster's now told that Maxwell Lord is alive. Okay? So not really much of a big deal for old Booster here. Okay, I do not think that this issue was... The only good plot point I thought of this issue was just that Booster learns that Maxwell Lord is alive, since he wasn't present at the Blackest Night battle. During the Blackest Night battle, this would probably be the only way he would know, so, yeah. Alright, Batman 699, pretty much Batman just goes off and faces the Riddler and Sebastian Blackspell, apparently, and just nothing really big happened. Oh yeah, Blackspell turns into a tree, but there was just nothing too big important going on here. Just, it felt like filler for the 700th issue, which is coming out next month, but I really did not, enjoy this so much. I mean, granted, I did think that the Joker would be back because Riddler was infected with Joker toxin. Then I realized that the copycat killer and all, but, I just did not really find this too exciting at all. However, the one Bat book I was really excited for was The Return of Bruce Wayne number 1. I did like how Grant Morrison portrayed Bruce when he first gets out of his cave as having no idea who he is and just carrying around his utility belt for like the first half of this and still has no idea what this rocket is. But there might be but maybe we'll find out later there may be a greater clue to this, but Bruce finds an old bat signal in Superman's cape. And the villain for this issue that Bruce has to fight is Vandal Savage. Because, let's face it, when you're stuck in prehistoric times, the only DC villain that you could probably think of would be Vandal Savage. So maybe that'll be Bruce's main opposition since he'll be traveling through time. He'll have to deal with Vandal Savage some more, hopefully. But I did like how the portrayal of all the cavemen in this, how they all had savage rituals and they just tie Bruce down. And now he sees the skin of the dead bat, and all of a sudden he starts to remember who he is, and the boy who was from the tribe earlier returned as kind of like his Robin or Batboy, I guess. He gives him, and slowly Bruce's memory comes back as he remembers the pocket with penicillin, and takes the medicine, and then attacks with with a prehistoric Batman costume, and is able to stop Vandal Savage. And afterwards, though, we do get a little... After Bruce jumps through the watering holes and is apparently, I guess, transported to his next destination, Superman, Green Lantern, and Booster Gold show up for their little Time Master series that's supposed to be kind of a spin-off sort of side story to this. And weird thing is, though, after Bruce jumps into the watering hole, he comes out of the water, and apparently he's now stuck in, like, Plymouth Rock against a huge demon thing. Which kind of seems weird, but maybe it'll make sense once the next issue of this comes out in just 2 weeks. So, that's good. But all in all, I would say Batman, The Return of Bruce Wayne, it's something that every single Batman fan has been waiting for since Bruce Wayne was shot by Darkseid's Omega Beams, and I would definitely recommend picking this up. If not for the story, for a little confusing story, but for just seeing him still be able to become the Batman in prehistoric times. Moving on, The Flash, number 2. Okay, what was one of the things I liked? Oh, I know. The Renegades, the 25th century cops that have modeled themselves as rogues to be a task force against the Reverse Flash. As mentioned by Commander Cold, as stating that the rogues may have been on the wrong side of the law, but they did know excellent methods. This just seemed like more of a Silver Age-oriented comic, because we've got wacky villains from another time period who Barry is able to defeat in just like a few pages, or technically send them back to the present. And then he's able to save everyone and rebuild it. And I like this part where Barry just pulls a Bart Allen, as he goes to the library and just reads how to build a building and is able to rebuild everyone's homes. Okay, he reassures Iris that even though he's been accused, that he will never do it. Oh, side story with Captain Boomerang, though. The rogues Captain Cold tells Boomer that they're not going to help him, that he needs to prove himself to the rogues. So Boomer has to break out of Iron Heights by himself. Ouch. Another character, and for Barry Allen's story, we get more information about how he's the good cop, because he sees an old woman who's trying to get some help to prove her son's innocent, so Barry asks for her son's name and decides to reopen the case. But then all of a sudden he's criticized about it, so Barry tells him to give a damn about the job and stuff. Right during Barry's big speech, though, his friend Forrest finds some evidence that points to that has Barry Allen's blood on the dead Mirror Master, or Mirror Monarch, as he was called by the Renegades, which shocks everyone. Flash, not really much progression for the plot, but it's still a fun series. But so far, this series has been a delight. Just a delight. That's all I have to say about it. Very enjoyable. Okay, stay tuned for second half, where I just have 2 more comics to review for this week.